Hello, guys. This is Ken coming to you with another episode. Let's get straight to it. It's Sunday morning here, nearly 10 a.m. I thought I would just reach out to you very quickly and just really give you an update. We're going to talk about another project. In a few hours, we will be doing a crypto live stream and also a security course, but this is specifically for the Patreon members. So anyway, let's get straight to it. Project review is DEUS Finance DAO, DEUS Finance. So this was being recommended by, let's just see here, G-Man, hope all is well, G-Man. So I have a long list of project requests. So I'm just trying to go through this step by step, but obviously, as you can imagine, it's not easy because there are so many different projects. So anyway, let's talk about this. And just to give you a heads up, every single time when I actually do a project review, I always align and connect the project to this specific rug detective checklist. You can actually download this for free. It's in my description. And also if you go to my Twitter account, the link is in my bio. Okay. So before you decide to be interested in investing in any project whatsoever, please ensure that you're meticulous and you take the necessary steps to find as much information as possible before you decide to trade. What I've also done is, as you can see, I've added more tabs: Seller Network, Venus Protocol, Next Chain. I'll be doing adding more summaries here. I've also added someone to the team that will literally help me as soon as I've conducted the project review video. The person will basically be just adding the specific links because this is quite time consuming. And then I'll give the more, meat on the bone, let's just say, or tofu for those that are less meat inclined. Those are vegetarian, so we have to cover both sides, don't we? So basically I'll be providing obviously my views, so advantages, disadvantages, results. I'll be doing that later. Haven Protocol. So what I do is there's a huge list of all the projects I've basically covered. And for example, even Pay Network. I remember Pay Network. We obviously all knew what happened with Pay Network. I'm just slightly going off here, but I was just basically giving information here. Slightly concerned with website being built using WordPress, and we knew that they obviously got hacked. I'm not saying that was connected to the WordPress, but what I'm trying to say is I had some red flags. This was actually before Paid were listed. And then there was just a huge hack that occurred last week. So this just gives you a heads up of things that I'm looking for, raising red flags with a Superfarm, Wall Token, all of these different projects. If they're a fantastic project, from Key Tango to Evolution Finance, DDS. So this helps me in my process, my decision-making process, to decide whether I want to be able to get involved or not. So I'll be basically adding the details after the video. So in a few hours, you'll be able to get a compilation of the project we are doing an overview. So DEUS Finance, let's get straight to it. Borderless and unrestricted access to global stock market. Let's zoom in here a little bit if we can. Markets through synced assets, next generation asset tokenization, and chain agnostic Oracle system. So there's a bit of a tongue teaser there, yes? So agnostic is essentially irrespective of which specific chain you're using, it can be able to work, right? So this is the specific, and it's on Ethereum network, it's saying here, and this is the link. So what I'm going to do is open up, there's 5,000 or so followers since September. So when I see this, sometimes you get projects that literally registered their Twitter account a month ago and they already have 20,000 followers. That's very difficult to do that organically. So what tends to happen is that some of these projects will literally buy followers ultimately, or they'll go through an aggressive airdrop campaign where people can be able to follow. So I quite like sometimes when there's 5,000 followers since September. So really you're looking at 6 months now, 6 months. So I think this has been an organic growth. Instantly. Then you have a pinned message of an interview. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just listen to this interview.
Gifted developer Madi, who also works at RightID, which are doing unique stamp of ID. So basically a private key that is tied to your identity. Every person can only have one. Very interesting topic for another podcast.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is this information here, I will basically click on that YouTube, I'll add this link to the checklist, and I'll spend some time later to go through this. This chap, he sounds German. I'm in Vienna, Austria right now, so next door neighbors. So I'm going to find out in terms of getting deep. So clearly, straight away, he's a founder. He's doxed. He's readily available. Not only is he doxed, but he's doing AMAs. He's doing conference call. He's showing his face. So he's like, listen, I have something I want to show the world, and I'm open to be able to tell people who I am, basically. So each to their own. So that would be the information I'll add in the checklist as well in terms of the team. Then I want to basically connect that information to LinkedIn profile. So then what I'll do is I'll also open up a new tab, and this tab will literally be for me to go to the site. But what I like to do is I like to just scan through the latest information that's occurring within this project and also what people are talking about. So we can see don't reply to the address. Then here, so podcast. So he seems to be very, very active. Podcasts, AMA. So he's really trying to get the product out there. Team update, developers. I've got onboarded 5 more experts. Okay, so they're hiring. They clearly understand the long-term direction of what they're trying to achieve, and they cannot achieve that without having the best competent developers. So this is the information I'm going through. I'm like, okay, what are they doing? Are they hiring? Do they have some capital that they can deploy into marketing, into biz dev, into for developers, quality assurance? So then they have here, this system is explained. So it's working on a new revolutionary double farming system where you'll be able to farm at DEUS. And okay, so what they do now, they're trying to find a collaboration between I Earn Finance with YFI, who's, the leaders in the space, literally. And then they have a flowchart. I like what they're doing. When they're trying to build something, they're clearly putting this in a clear UI representation, so people can be able to digest and take away. So this is nice fill. So here it shows earn twice your capital, stake and yield. So DEUS developer deposits. Okay, you put money in. Small percentage of the yield generated does the percentage should be a set value by setter. So you've got the call function, goes to the treasury, then drops down. Step here, define deposit in the tokens. Okay, so I would need to go through this to fully understand the flow chart and the craft to actually see the USP, the actual potential rewards, the returns, and also what is the clear connection to the Yearn Finance. So you got the vaults here. What I really love is that, because I'm a more an auditory person, and also I'm a kinesthetic person. So you've got, kinesthetic, you've got auditory, you've got visual. So I'm this I like to touch. So if I can be able to see, yes, I'm touching my screen right now, but I can actually, and also visual, I kind of like to see what's going on, the breakdown of what they have, what are the roadmaps, and how they're going to achieve it. And it's really easy for the designers then moving on to the front end, the back end, to be able to see, okay, this is what needs to be done. So they're really, openly showing people the steps they're trying to take. Let me just go to their site. So DEUS Finance next generation asset tokenization, transpose any digital verifiable asset securely onto the blockchain, lets you trade real world assets and derivatives like stocks. Okay, so it's enabling you to trade real world assets but on the blockchain. So my question is, what would be the advantages of doing that? Is it from a cost aspect? Is it from a speed aspect? What is the viability that would want me to use this specific project compared to just opening up with any of the brokers offline or let's say off crypto and be able to trade, right? Launch the app. Good. Clearly telling you this is the app. This is what I like. They don't have a huge 100 pages on their website. It's clear. This is what they're doing. Here's the app. So I'm going to click on the app. I've launched the app. So this shows me here the network. You connect my wallet. Total value locked so far. They've got 75 million. Good. So it's clearly telling me we are not a new entity right now. We've already have 75 million total value locked. So people have put their money to the test, and it's clear that it seems that they're doing well. Good. So then you do the swap, tools, simulator, trading view. Let's take a look at the trading view. Is this connected to actual trading view itself? Yes, it is. Very smart. See, this is really good at what they're doing. They're connecting, rather than me now then going to Uniswap, then trying to find out the ticker symbol, making sure that it's the right contract, the contract address. They've clearly made it as easy as possible for us to go. I think a lot of companies, a lot of projects, and I go through 50 to 100 projects on a weekly basis. I think a lot of companies can actually learn from the lower barrier of entry and the seamless, smooth way how they're moving along this whole UI, UX interface. Really smart. So it just gives you a heads up to show where they are. It's really been trading in a steady range, but really making high lows in price. And it seems that it was listed back in obviously at September and really just growing accordingly, moving in the right direction, which is very positive to see. So training view, then there's vote option, then you have learn. So we go to wiki, we go to the white paper, futures. Okay, so Coinbase backed Musk. I want to know how does that interconnect? Do they have some form of an API? So they're on the main net. Good. And they've got swap, staking, vaults. So they're really building like a unique ecosystem. I do like this actually. Gonna have to spend some more time to go through this information. Then they have this connected to wiki, giving a clear breakdown. You can see that they've really thought through this whole process. Okay. So I always look to see, great, this is information, docs team, they have something on the mainnet. They're trying to interconnect between the real world stocks and then this occurring securely onto the blockchain, trying to really still find out what the added advantages are. This is something where I would have to go onto Telegram. And what I'll do is I'll compile a list of questions. What we normally do is we have a reading material. So I'll basically add here, let's say here, reading material. I add the reading material here. And then this reading material will be like, okay, or questions to ask. I'll put that and then I'll then go reach out, or my researchers will then go reach out to the team and say, listen, we did a project review. We understand some of these areas, but we have some questions, not concerns, but some questions can you raise? So what I'm trying to do is these project reviews are giving you an overview of what I look at, but these project reviews are not saying, I'm going to buy right now, young chap. I'm getting in because it's absolutely amazing. No. The aim is to be able to formulate an idea, understand what they're trying to achieve, and then what I'm going to do is jump on the phone, jump on a call, and reach out to the chap's name. What was his name? And then basically reach out to Lafayette, or Piers. So Piers. Okay, so reach out to them, just say, listen, let's have a call, let's have an AMA, let me find out more. We could have a private chat. Then I want to do an AMA with my Patreon members so they can be able to ask questions. They can grill you, yes, in a constructive way, because they really want to know that, are you stacked up? And this is what we go through. So all in all, over this brief, quick overview, seems that they're really onto something here. Docs team, readily available. They are iterating the code. And what I'll also do is I'll then go to, which is very important, go to GitHub. Clearly it says it there. It's in the footer. I'll click on the GitHub. Then I want to take a look at their commits. So I can see from the front end aspect that they're working, but then I want to go through the repositories, right? I want to go through the staking contracts. I want to take a look at the docs. I want to go through the automatic market maker. Then the next step is then we'll comb through to make sure there's no malicious code. There's the minting functions. So all of these. So I'll then pass this to my auditing arm. So, we've got different divisions, right? We've got the auditing arm. So we'll then start working on, doing a soft partial audit to make sure, okay, are we interested in actually investing in this project or not? So all of these different areas that we'll go through, as you could be able to see here, smart and staking contract vulnerabilities. We'll go through the infinite minting, if there's the contracts behind proxies, transfer allowance, all these different areas. Anyway, that's enough. Hope's fantastic. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Just going to get ready now for the crypto live stream and the security course that we're doing. And so please make sure you like, subscribe and follow. I really love the support. We're really now gradually starting to grow in terms of the community. We're really building something grassroots and strong. So please follow me on this and we're going to do extremely well. Thank you. Speak to you soon.